Hey, JaggerBallManTraining.com. Today's workout was real simple. I do a lot of simple workouts I talk about all the time. I do different workouts throughout the day. Today I did a quick 3-minute forearm plank with a 45-pound plate for 3 minutes. Okay? The reason I did it is I was reading a book about this mental toughness coach who's actually a mental toughness coach at one time for Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide Alabama football team. He was talking about how the plank was one of his goals, and he was doing it for 4 minutes. I'm like, wow, that's not tough. I'm going to be 56 years old, and I know a lot of people in the gym, they might be able to do it for a minute, okay, maybe in 2 minutes. But you put a push-up plank to them, for 5 minutes, they're not going to do it. Their body just won't fucking keep it going. But not everything's a record every day. You got to do different things to mix it up, in my opinion. You don't want to beat yourself up every fucking day. Ultra marathon runners don't go out and run ultra marathons every fucking day. Powerlifters don't go for a fucking PR every fucking day. So you do what you want. You want to go out there and kill it every fucking day, go ahead, and you'll fucking be paying for it somewhere down the road. Anyhow, I pay a lot of attention, man, what goes on in the YouTube. People say, oh, well, why do you pay attention to that? Well, because I want to know how fucking society's falling apart. I want to know about the men in society. I got grandkids. My kids are grown, but I do have grandkids, and I am very... I really want to know what's going on, okay, so I can maybe help out a little bit. And what I see is pretty pathetic. I know I see these blue-collar kids coming in, and they're going to welding school, okay, going to be welders. They're soft, they're weak, they can't speak up, they're afraid to even actually say anything to you. And I said to him, I said, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm going to be a welder. I'm saying, you're going to be a welder. I said, well, I'm going to tell you now, man, you better become more assertive. You better start looking like you fucking, that you're not going to take any shit, because if not, you're going to spend all this time fucking learning how to weld, and then you're going to find another fucking job because they're going to fucking tear you up. Kids look like they're fucking 12, afraid to speak up, afraid to look you in the eye. It's not going to go over well for these kids, and that's what a lot of these kids are. All right, when I was growing up, okay, on one hand you got Andrew Tate, and the other hand you got Jordan Peterson. Almost everybody knows who each one of those are. Okay, if I was 18 years old, I would definitely look at Andrew Tate as who I would follow. He was strong, physically fit, and fucking tough. Okay, his message would have definitely resonated with me. Jordan Peterson, feminine looking, got a good message, would not resonate with me just because of him, the person communicating the message. Okay, now Andrew Tate is a personality, okay? If that's the way he wants to treat women, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his attitude compared to Jordan Peterson's attitude. His demeanor compared to Jordan Peterson's, okay? I look more at Andrew Tate as being a man than Jordan Peterson, okay? If I was to think anyone was going to be trans or wear women's clothes, it would be Jordan Peterson. So, I pay attention. And now listen to these guys out there, these men that are always telling these young guys, and they got a huge following, and they're always right on board. Yeah, women suck. Oh, yeah, this and that. And they're talking this and that. They don't have girlfriends, or they never had girlfriends, or they've been wrong. Weak fucking men listening to other weak men. These men think that when they reinvent themselves and they make money, all of a sudden they become the alpha. Okay, still not strong, still don't look fit, but for some reason, these men want to tell you what happens if you date a married woman, single mother. A lot of these guys are wronged by them. They get upset. They get their fucking feelings hurt, and then they go on a tirade about this stuff. But that's not what it's about. What it's about is that when these older men start talking about, well, you want to go for the younger girls because older men who have money, their value goes up. Okay, where older women, their value seems to go down. Where younger women's value goes up. So man's goes up, the younger woman's goes up. So these older men want to tie into these fucking young girls. As if these young girls are going to be better than the fucking psycho beast that they fucking divorced or took all their shit. Well, if these women are fucking 22 years old and they're fucking a 45-year-old man, they are fucked up. Okay? They got daddy issues. Because they're not fucking you because you're fucking hot or fucking sexy. They're fucking you for your fucking wallet. And the moment you stop, they're going to somebody else and they're going to take your shit anyhow. Okay? Pay attention who you're fucking listening to, man. Pay attention out there who you're listening to. You listen to fucking men talk about alpha who never come out of their basements, or you listen to fucking men who fucking actually work amongst other men and how they conduct themselves. Married men, find a man who's been married 30 years or more and still runs his fucking household, and then maybe you could figure it out, okay? Not listening to the men who, as soon as they got the pussy, they started giving them money and started doing whatever they can, and they laid on the ground so their women can walk all over them. And then when they get older, they don't understand why they're being told what to fucking do. You ever hear that guy that says, oh yeah, I'm on vacation. Oh yeah, what do you got going on? Oh, I got a honey-do list. It's fucking retarded. Honey-do list. Oh yeah, honey-do this, honey-do that. Fucking men. There's men out there actually fucking, they won't buy something. Oh, I got to check with the wife. Really? You're a fucking old fucking man and you are not able to have a fucking credit card or a checkbook to write a fucking check for something that you want. Maybe you ought to buy a fucking book, okay, on finances. Maybe you should fucking grow up a little fucking bit. Pay attention, man, who you're listening to. Later.